cheap, but 5 with the draw there is a fetch. A fish here would be great. Get some cards back.
Getting right into things already. And we see
Mox Diamond. Imperial Seal. Okay, so that's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Look past the Mana Crypt. I don't know if they're looking for the land first.
Out of Crypt here? No, Elves of Deep Shadow. Yeah, they are absolutely going to bring out a draw engine here.
Going back to Tom's Niv turn, we had the land pass into the Najeela, which was also a land pass.
I stand corrected. They're on the good blue wheels.
Yeah. And then Shauna coming in with the land Jeweled Lotus. That's really good with Niv.
Yeah.
Really good start. That's a turn 2 Niv, potentially.
There's a good chance. What a good hand.
It's possible that they have more interaction in hand. And if you get a turn 2 Niv, I think if you look at this board state, I don't think anyone's going to get the turn 2 win on you, so...
I think the Rhystic is definitely the way to go here.
No, I agree, 100%. We do see the fetch looks like in response. I assume there's something in the end step, probably a Mystical Tutor.
But depending on what's in the hand, it could be something pretty correct. Obviously, everything comes down to this.
All right, we do see... I can't quite make out what that card is. Looks like an artifact.
Signet, I believe. Based off of the text, I'm guessing it's a talisman.
Slow, but not bad.
Yeah, it's some ramp.
No turn 1 Najeela, which I think is interesting. It's not, you don't see it as often. The turn 1 Malcolm is something you strive for, but turn 1 Najeela is something that comes close behind it, I feel like.
I mean, turn 1 Najeela is very, very good.
Did see, actually, Shauna not get the turn 2 Niv like we were talking about, it looks like.
That's pretty huge. They don't have the mana for the Niv Mizzet because it is a tomb and therefore only produces colorless.
So now you are on the Ad Nauseam mana if you have that.
You're on Ad Nauseam mana and you are a turn away from playing your Atraxa.
Yeah, and if you're in the Najeela player, you're real happy because now both Nivs are not quite there yet. You have some more wiggle room.
I still think Shauna's in a good position here, though.
Overall, this is a very more tame set of turns that I was expecting from these decks.
You do have 2 definitely slow decks. One that is a little bit slower. The Najeela, which can very much lean speedy.
We do see Esper Sentinel come down like we highlighted, and then moving to Shauna's turn, not hitting that land drop, so having to pass again, which is unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate. Missing it the second turn in a row?
I'm trying to look now to see what that is. Smothering Tithe is what it is.
Ooh.
That would have been really good with the Nivs here.
Yeah, that's a good thing to counter. I understand.
Mana Drain into the Force of Will to counter it, really protecting that Smothering Tithe, and yeah, Deflecting Swat, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that stops a lot of value, so can't be mad. I'm not seeing them float any colorless, so it looks like it was done in a way that they don't get the mana. So we'll just see what they can do here. Tapping for 3. Ooh, okay, we see the cycle. We see the Jeweled Lotus. Really good. Okay, so we might see a Niv pretty soon after all.
And both the Esper Sentinel and the Rhystic Study were paid for by Tom.
People have been playing where they can. There's been some draws, but not as many as there could be.
If you have nothing else, then you play the Najeela.
Yeah.
And see if Shauna gets anything.
Doesn't look like it. If she drew the land, I imagine it would be windmilled slammed onto the table, so...
Potentially holding up some interaction, though.
Yeah. But who needs a land when you can have a dark ritual?
If not Atraxa, then some other major development here.
Oh, mental
misstep.
So, okay, not as good. Yep, there was always that possibility. Alright, so let's see if they can do anything else here. Deathrite Shaman, okay, not bad.
Not bad at all.
At least still pretty good.
And they did bleed their hand for just a second there, and I think I saw an offer you can't refuse.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like the Niv came down.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's on the stack.
Unsubstantiate?
That's gonna hurt. You probably can cast Niv again next turn if you have a land drop, but it sets you back.
And it also opens up the door for Najeela at least a turn longer. Oh.
The Revi. Ooh, okay.
Okay. That is not yet winning the game, but it's spooky.
There'd have to be a land drop, I believe, but Force of Will. Okay. Pitching the Nezal. Looks like there's a draw of Esper Sentinel, so we're going to resolve that first.
Important to have that happen, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then it resolves.
But, yeah. So Crisis averted. Recursion's always an option, but another threat eliminated for now, and we move on. Shauna, still no land, passes the turn.
Rough being that close to Niv and not being able to.
Yeah. Though interaction might be out, and now as Atraxa untaps, and if they have something, they may have a window here.
It does depend on how much mana they are going for right now, though.
They have a decent amount. 1, 2.
They do have enough for the Atraxa.
Ranger Captain.
Ranger Captain.
Okay. It is getting their own Esper Sentinel, so more card draw.
It's the classic buddy. They're good pals. Yeah.
Mana Crypt, not great if you're the Niv player.
Any of them, I believe.
There's
the Ogre.
And the 3
And
blue
that's the
mana.
Niv.
Yep, okay. The only
And-
downside is that you do let your opponent draw at least 3 cards, but
We do see the interaction here.
yeah.
At least it forces for the Atraxa player to kind of take it slow on their next turn. Not just go for the win immediately. Najeela is starting to build up their army.
Yeah, and Niv's away means 2 open board states for you to swing into. They are, some mana off from that, and Derevi is in the bin, but stranger things have happened.
It is so far a very interactive game. Lots of attempts for going for big things, including wins, and all of them have been stopped so far.
Noble, nice hit here.
Yeah. I mean, gives you a dork. Not too crazy, but pretty solid.
Exalted always is nice sometimes. It doesn't necessarily help you much with Najeela, but there are occasions.
As
So
we
no
see
land.
the pass to, yeah.
All right,
Pass and pass. Unfortunate.
That'll happen, unfortunately. Pact looks like it is being paid for, which is good.
Yeah, that is very good, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a problem.
Sometimes people are a little eager. They skip past that point, but nope. Chris did remember their trigger.
We'll see if they have anything worth developing here, or if they just hold up mana, potentially for interaction.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they just pass here, but depends what they have in hand. Let's see the land drop from one of the Nivs.
So far, we're missing them. Well,
Yeah.
maybe.
Nope, looks like a pass.
Dang.
Najeela can be weird because depending on what's in hand, if it's creature based, but we've seen the Derevi already, so
Yeah. Derevi getting taken out early is pretty significant here.
yeah. And if the Niv players are going to do anything in this turn cycle, it's probably going to be just play Niv and pass.
Tinderwall, not too bad. But
Yeah,
Najeela starting the snowball.
A lot of warriors, yeah. No, a lot of warriors, no Nivs to ping them down. It's a beautiful day to be an Najeela player. Okay. Taking it slow. So, Atraxa is most likely going to be able to untap here.
Yeah, most likely. I would not expect the win here.
No.
That'd be a shock. Yeah, Charlotte bringing down the Fimmage here is really interesting.
So it looks like it is a Ranger Captain. Looks like they are tutoring for a 1-drop of their own.
Which, the only 1-drop in their deck is a Ragavan. So, we should be seeing a monkey.
Pretty good. It's mana, if nothing else, if there's an open board and you can swing it.
Yeah. Could be worse.
Yeah. Very least we see Atraxa, and I'd be okay with that.
Maybe a kitten.
That would be beautiful.
And we see the Atraxa.
Beautiful. Let's see how many cards they get off this, because I am very much interested. I'm gonna guess 3 cards. What do you think?
I'd say 6.
6.
Like, you just have so many hits. Is that a food chain there? That's a food chain. That is definitely a food chain.
Yep,
And
that
they're
is
choosing
food
between
chain.
the food chain and the carpet.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just take the food chain here, right?
I absolutely think you take the food chain here.
Mana's nice, but you have enough of mana.
Yeah, just being able to be like, hey, you're gonna have to crack that Ranger Captain, otherwise I win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it may not be this turn, but being able to just say, yeah, I can just win here.
Pretty good.
Pretty dang good.
Does someone have an answer?
Do you expect there to be some interaction?
Notably, too, Ranger Captain only stops non-creatures, so you can still get some value off this.
Oh, definitely. Ranger Captain being cracked would not end the game here. Or end the turn, even.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they have the Flusterstorm, though, so there we go. Oh, there's a Mindbreak Trap. The Mindbreak Trap is the answer they needed, and that's the one they had. So you can actually exile the food chain, too, with this, and that's really feels
that'd be
bad.
rough.
And again, not cracking the Ranger Captain. Really hurting them here. They are doing it now, though, so...
That's an interesting choice.
Yes. Deflecting swap, maybe?
Maybe. Shauna is cracking her own captain.
Okay.
I think cracking it earlier might have been worth it, but...
Yeah. The offer of countering Mindbreak Trap, we do still have... Yeah, it's interesting. It all depends what's in Chris's hand, too.
Sick offer is resolving.
Okay. It's not doesn't mean anything's over yet, but it at least saves food chain from exile.
Yeah, I think... I mean, there is still captains on the stack, and so there is still the opportunity to respond.
See a snap in response, okay. Snapping the Atraxa, probably?
I would guess the Atraxa here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're fine with that, I think. If it's anything at this point, you can just replay Atraxa next turn, have similar results.
I mean, it's a little bit rough, because with the Atraxa being back in hand, it means you don't have it as an option for food chain as far as giving you mana.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feed your food chain.
Yeah, but it's better than having it mind break trapped. And worst case scenario, you just replay it and fill up your hand and look for something else on the next turn. Mind break trap anyway,
right
yep.
now.
So that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
And the one Ranger Captain is already resolved, so you now have the second Ranger Captain on the stack and the Mindbreak Trap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's food chain gone.
Yeah, that stinks, but it's not over yet. There's still a lot of good things Atraxa can do. It does take out a lot of interaction, and Najeela does still have that Ranger Captain on their turn, if they have something.
I would expect that if Bacon has a win potential in hand, that it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we do see that land, so maybe now we will get the Niv. Who would think in a game where there was 2 Nivs, there would be no Nivs?
I mean, Niv is hard to get out. That is one of the defining traits of the cards and one of the major drawbacks of it.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright, it's resolving.
Niv finally in play for real this time.
For more than a second. Swords to plowshares.
Never mind.
It lasted a bit longer this time.
It did last a little bit longer.
I think it at least got through a phase.
There is the Ristic City trigger on the stack.
You at least got to get your 1 damage in.
Now, where does that ping go?
Okay.
No? Okay.
I think that's better, yeah. Mana's
that's
more.
fair.
Yeah. I think that's a smart play.
Only 4 mana available right now for Bacon.
5 with the treasure, I believe.
Where are you getting the 5th?
Is there...
If they play a land this turn, it'd be 5. But they only have 3 lands.
I saw 4 there when they were tapped. My mistake. Yeah, then 4 with the treasure. There, it's cracked. Okay.
Here comes spooky times.
Everyone's tapped out. Not much that can be done here. No silences in response.
No.
3 mana. Eldritch Evolution. Okay, there is a cage, right? Does that stop it or no?
Yeah, creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield.
Remember when we said forgetting about the Graph Digger's cage was going to be relevant?
Yeah, that did come up.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
It has.
It's been a long round for this, honestly. There's been a whole lot of interaction. You mess up once.
All right, we're going to combat.
Yeah, Russman with the poor bacon in chat, and ain't
Poor
that the
bacon.
truth?
Yeah, this bacon is crispy. We'll see. It's Shauna's time now. If Shauna gets to land, it's her time.
I will say, while this bacon may be crispy, it still has a whole lot of warriors
Yeah.
that happen to be the form of very cute cats.
Mm-hmm.
Or dogs, I can't quite tell. I'm gonna go with cats because it's on theme.
I'm interested here. Is this Ragavan is not dashed? Okay. I would have thought you dash the Ragavan, get the guaranteed treasure, and just cast Niv on your turn.
Niv on next turn. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Because there's an open board now, there's no guarantee there is going to be one next.
Yeah, I can see that.
Vampiric Tutor on the upkeep. Okay.
Very nice.
We saw that off the Atraxa, so no Ranger Captains this time.
Burned through a whole lot of interaction already.
Yeah. Mystic Study putting in work this game. They also have, I think, the Demonic in hand, right? So they could just Thoracle Tutor. There's the Silence. That's a good option.
Yeah, that is a very good option. They've got a lot of options as far as how they want to go for it.
Yeah. Their mana color is actually a bit limited now that I look at it, so that might not be the optimal play, but...
They have a good amount of green available because of the Guy's Cradle. Oh yeah, someone said that Silence was countered.
Oh, Silence was countered.
Yeah, by the offer.
I didn't even see that. That explains where the treasures come from, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's fair then. That's very fair.
But that being said, they do have other things that they can do here. Including just play their Atraxa again, apparently.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Look at some more cards. Play your mini Nas.
Beautiful.
I would love it if this game ended with the Splicer Kitten. That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. A good kitten combo. What more could you ask for?
I don't think you can.
No. What is it? A boy and his dog and a Atraxa and her kitten?
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing deterministic yet, but it's very much in their favor.
Yeah, it's still not locked in. There's still a chance that they could be interacted with in some way. Yeah, actually, people don't have any mana up. We got Veil to start.
Mm-hmm.
The Veil does work, and the Veil does draw because of the offer. I think at this point, there's more likelihood that they win the game than they don't.
Yeah. Nothing deterministic yet, but it's very much in their favor. Yeah. The interaction was all very good, but it also was interaction that drew Claw a bunch of cards.
I mean, Chris Claw is a person that has been making a big name for themselves with this Atraxa list.
And there's now a Teferi and a Displacer Kitten and a zero-cost artifact.
Well, that should be it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can show the line if they want. Just be like, here's Teferi, here's how I do stuff, and we should see a scoop here.
Yep. It's pretty deterministic now. You get Thoracle, you just win.
Yep, just showing it.
Yep. That's awesome. Great job from them being able to win from a mull to 4.
Hey, nice job making it to the end of the video. You can't see it, but I'm giving you a thumbs up. It would be rude not to give me a thumbs up back and give me all the appreciation that Clark never could. For our Patreon members, you all get 2 thumbs up. If you want to feel that extra appreciation, make sure you check the link down in the description. We have a lot of great rewards for our Patreon members, including the ability to participate in a cEDH league. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.